Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom, the nation's largest discount appliance dealer. Visit our website for deals and store locations near you.
Hello, America. This is Keith, your friendly neighborhood technician, and I'm coming at you again this week for post-Memorial Day fun. And what I mean by fun is dryer rack. What is it for, and why do we have it? 2 questions, 1 answer. 2 dry stuff. Aha. Now, what it is everybody who's bought a new dryer has something that looks something like this. This is your dryer rack. Okay? What this is if it's placed properly, and it has to be placed properly, will sit in the wash dryer above any of the moving products. See, the drum will still turn without actually hitting the dryer rack. What this is for is if you wash your tennis shoes or you wash like hats or things like that, you can put them in here. The air will dry them, and it will actually let them not make lots of nasty noise, because if you ever put tennis shoes in a dryer, you know you got loud, nasty noises. Well, this is what it's for. I'll bet you 95% of you out there have thrown this away or do not know what it's for, so you don't use it. We're going to show you, but this is what it's for. Basically, I'll use my shoe. Basically, I just washed my shoe. I didn't, but we'll say I did. See, they will sit on here, and it will sit in there, and it will actually, basically, the heat will dry it at a slower pace than leaving them out in the sun. And they'll be soft, and they won't be like hanging your clothes outside. Everybody knows who's had a grandma and grandpa that when their clothes are outside, they come out real stiff and just kind of Well, if you dry your shoes naturally, same thing. They get all stiff and icky. If I use my dryer, they're going to come out like my clothes that are dry. Okay? One other thing I want to show you in here real quick. Okay? All of y'all have a dryer, the new dryer, that has basically a sensor dry setting. On the Electrolux, which is actually depicted nicely, these colored ones are your sensor dry. What that means is this actually senses how much moisture is in your clothes and alters the time as needed be for how wet the clothes are. Okay, now the white ones down here, these are just like your old wash dryer. You turn it on, it runs for, this is an 18-minute fast. I can change these. And yes, I know this is a washer, but on the dryer, you still have the same semi-design. Okay, now, what I'm talking about is Whirlpool has the easiest to see. That's why we're using Whirlpool here, or Maytag. You see these 2 bars right here? Electricity is put across one of those bars. The way the sensor dry works is one of them has electricity on them, one of them doesn't. As my wet clothes go across them, the electricity is transferred via the wet clothes to the water. So the amount of electricity transferred is then told to the computer, I am X wet, so therefore I need to dry for X amount of time. Now, as my clothes dry, that decreases because my clothes get drier, less electricity gets transferred, and basically it'll shut itself down. Now, if you have a pair of pants or a shirt or something, there's a very good chance you hit start, this is going to run 5 minutes and shut off. Because if nothing touches that, it is programmed saying, hey, I've been on X number of minutes, no electricity has been transferred, I'm dry. So you don't want to use your sensor cycles with very small amounts of clothes. If you have small amounts of clothes, you want to use time dry. Because time dry is basically you tell it how long you want it to work, and it dries for that long. So you got to be careful if you have a small load using your sensor side. It's probably not going to dry your clothes properly, because I guarantee everybody's walked in there, pulled out a shirt. Oh, my shirt's dry. Pull out a pair of jeans. Those aren't dry yet. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll be back next week with some more wonderful information for you. Have a good week.